K-Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hey everybody, welcome to 2K Sports. Well, a few games under our belts now. We get a feel for how this season is going. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Damian Lillard is just a pleasure to watch. He's a true star in this league now, and he wears that number 0, actually for the O in his hometown of Oakland.
Or it could also stand for Ogden, Utah, where he played collegiately for Weber State. Or for that matter, Oregon, home state of the Blazers.
It could also be O for, I almost forgot, it's time to toss to Kevin Harlan.
Yeah.
At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 23, Ben McLemore. From Ryder, a 6'11" forward, number 34, Jason Thompson. The other guard, at 6'0", number 7, Darren Allison. At forward, 6'8", from Connecticut, number 8, Rudy Gay. And in the middle, 6'11", from Kentucky, number 15, DeMarcus Cousins. The head coach for the home team is Mike Malone.
We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from Doris Burke from around the sideline throughout the game. Battle in the Western Conference, the Sacramento crowd hoping to watch their Kings come out on top. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
You know, this game kicks off a 3-game season series for these clubs. Definitely both looking to get that leg up tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Filling out the wings, it's Matthews and Batum. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Lillard in at the 1.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
That's right, Steve. And even though they may not be the fiercest of rivals, it doesn't mean both these teams, Clark, aren't hungry to start their series off right.
And you know what, another thing, who knows, guys, the 3 games between them could end up having an influence on how the conference playoff picture shakes out.
On defense, Portland. It's a 3-point game. Gay outside, 6 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range, shot is no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Now Aldridge, following Rudy Gay's 3-point attempt. Aldridge. And the rebound goes to Collison.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Collison.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Lillard outside. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Outside Aldridge. Collison against Lillard. Shot from the top of the key, and he gets it to go. Lillard's got 5.
Damian Lillard, a scoring point guard, great three-point shooter, able to hit from deep range off the dribble, you name it, and of course hit probably the biggest shot of the playoffs last year, that game winner that ended the series against Houston.
Now here's Gay. 23 points his last outing. Thompson dishes to Collison. Now here's McLemore outside. Portland grabs the miss. And for Lillard, not just a long-range threat, he's great running that pick and roll, driving and kicking to set up his teammates.
Yeah, he's really excellent in ball handling situations in that pick and roll. I mean, he can get his shot if guys go under. He can split the screen. He can create shots for other people. He's a real handful, and his athleticism is very sneaky, scary.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Thompson sets the pick for Collison. Gay in the corner. Lots of room. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
It looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Lillard with it. Now defended by McLemore. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Aldridge can do so many things on a basketball floor. It shouldn't really come as a surprise when he switches his style up. Last year, I thought he played a lot more with his back to the basket.
And to add what you said about Aldridge, the years before his last season, he tended to face up to the basket and Clark shoot over people, which was fine as he was so gifted at it.
But I think with the change to the Blazers' offensive schemes and just the way the team wanted to approach the season, they needed more of a back-to-the-basket guy, and Aldridge was as dominant as ever stepping into that role, in addition to still being able to knock down that face-up jumper.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Exciting times here in Sacramento. They've already broken ground on the new arena downtown, set to open in 2016. For these fans, a great sign of things to come.
Gay with no one around. Sacramento again missing.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
And the shot is good. And it's 7 points for Lillard.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know, I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
And the new arena here in Sacramento is set to have an indoor-outdoor dynamic with outdoor balconies and with an entrance, huge glass panels that can open to the outdoors.
Wow, sounds like a baseball park more than a basketball arena. What a unique facade, very artistic with different panels outset from the structure. Some have said it reminds them of a crown. The look befitting of the Kings. How about that, partner?
I like that. The Kings trail by 7. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Gay, a screen on Lillard. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Let's take a look at Wesley Matthews. Some stats for him. Last season's stats for him. He averaged about 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher, especially.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Portland leading by 4. Lillard outside. Outside for Batum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now here's Collison. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Again, Sacramento.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Collison against Lillard to the wing on the left. Baseline jumper, and it's Aldridge missing. The Kings trail by 5. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Mike Malone had a few moments to share with me. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, and they know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that aspect right away.
Well, that's the priority in the scouting report. You face a team this good defensively, you're thinking about how we need to attack it. And then it's a matter of executing once you get out there.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, great season for DeMarcus Cousins last year, and an interesting story. His owner asked his countrymen to stuff the ballot box for Cousins so that he could be in the starting 5 of the All-Star game. Didn't quite work out, but he still had a terrific campaign.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, and you look at the stat sheet from that night, I mean, the turnovers were just glaring. No way you're going to give up the ball as many times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side. That's the only way you're really going to be able to counteract giving the ball to the opponent at your end.
And here are the Kings now. They trail by 6. Collison kicks to Cousins from about 19 feet. Good as the jump shot falls. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Outside Matthews. The 3. It's hauled in by Gay.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Now here's Collison, and that one's good. Cousins has got 5 now.
What a great possession, guys. Got a really good look there.
Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here is Lillard. He had 10 points in the win against Oklahoma City. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by Matthews. Batum's got his second basket.
He put that lead pass in perfect position for his teammate.
Collison kicks to Cousins. 11 feet away. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. He's got 7.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
DeMarcus Cousins is absolutely devastating around the rim, folks. I mean, he's strong, coordinated, excellent touch, tremendous hands, good feet. His high skill level enables him to step outside and make plays, but I think he's really best served when he's in that paint area, doing his damage close to the goal.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Carl Landry's checked in for Cousins. Derek Williams comes in for Thompson. Stauskas is checked in for McLemore. And it's McCallum in for Darren Collison. Now here's Kaman. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. Kaman a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's a 2 for Matthews. Cans the shot from the wing. Matthews has got his first basket.
And Cousins top 5 in free throws attempted last season. He's had his issues at the other end committing fouls. The Kings need him on the court, so that's something he has to be very careful about.
Here's McCallum. Down low, here's Gay. That is good. Gay's got 6 points.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And you talk about Cousins' presence inside, he's still got a ways to go defensively.
Yeah, he's solid one-on-one, but often a step slow in rotations in the team defensive scheme. I think that's where he can really take the next step, and that requires studying your opponents and then understanding where you need to be defensively as a team defender.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
There's a screen by Robinson. Floats one up. Wesley Matthews again.
He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
And McCallum kicks to Landry. They set the pick. Williams, a screen on Matthews. Gay, that's a two-pointer. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Matthews. He had 19 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
And no question, you look at his assist totals. I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing of really spreading that ball around.
Here is Matthews. And again, it's Portland converting. Here's McCallum. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Gay outside. Fires the three. Here's Landry. The shot, no good. Kamen with the defensive effort. Here's Blake. Shoots the three, and that one's good. And it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 7. And we'll be back right after this.
On tap Wednesday, November 5th. Paul Millsap and the Atlanta Hawks go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Be there.
The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
The Kings trail by 7. Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Steve Blake is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kamen in at the center filling out the middle. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Stauskas has got the first basket of the second quarter for the Kings. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
You look at how the Blazers played last year, and there was just so much motion in their offense, not just in transition, but also in the half court. I think that's in large part why they got so much better.
Blake misses. And for Sacramento, they're shooting about 59% from the floor. Offensively, they've been running without a hitch. Picked by Williams. Williams, a screen on Lillard. Outside Williams. Kicks to McCallum. 4 on the clock. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Nicholas Batum. Very nice season for him last year. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. And we're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box scores.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just somebody with solid contributions across a wide range of areas.
And that one falls for McCallum.
The Kings didn't have a lot of things go right for them last season, but one thing that did go well for them was how tough they played at home, and that's something you can build on.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Derek Williams, and it's Collison in for Stauskas. Lopez, he's checked in for Portland. Aldridge comes in for Robinson. That one misses.
And for teams that are trying to turn things around, getting wins at home can help boost the confidence of both the players and the fan base.
It's taken away by Collison. Ellington the pass to Collison. Pass to McCallum. Dishes to Cousins. Pass to Ellington. He feeds it to Collison. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Kings had to feel pretty good about how they played at home last season, even if they only went, Clark, 17 and 24 here.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, when the Kings get going, this arena can really get loud. I mean, if the Kings keep improving here this year, there will be plenty of opportunity for Sacramento fans to exercise their vocal cords.
Here's Cousins, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Got it despite fading back a bit. And it's 9 points here for Cousins.
Smart. Use that big height advantage. Get the shot off.
Well, it's hard to put a big man on him, Steve, that far from the hoop. I mean, he's versatile.
Now, here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Aldridge. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, for Damian Lillard, last season, we'll check out the numbers. 8th in free throw percentage. And he was right up there among the league's elite scorers, cracking that top 20 list in points per game.
You know, that free throw percentage of his, Steve, there were only a handful of players better from the line than he was. I mean, he was repetitive with his stroke and with his routine every time he got to the free throw line. And that, to me, is the mark of a good free throw shooter. You got to do the same thing every time you get to the line.
Now, here's Collison. Ellington kicks to Collison. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Thompson against Aldridge. The turnaround jumper. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Thompson. Portland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Lillard left side. Thompson against Aldridge. The feed to Blake. Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Collison dishes to Cousins. Puts it up from 12, and Lopez with the block.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass. Of all the players in the NBA, maybe the only person other than LeBron who is a threat to get a triple-double on a nightly basis is Nick Batum. He just racks up stats in so many categories with such ease.
And, you know, Batum becoming a much more active passer over the last couple of seasons. He's still working on his decision-making. His turnovers actually climbed as well, but the Blazers can use another playmaker on the wing, and Batum can fill that void.
And Batum last season had some stretches with huge rebounding numbers. 2 separate 3-game spans, in fact, Steve, with almost 50 boards.
Well, you look at his work on the glass. I mean, he took it to a new level. Over 7 boards a game for the season. That is excellent from your small forward position.
Both free throws good from Batum. Nicholas Batum, the 25th pick back in 2008. He's played his entire career, Steve, with this Blazer team.
Yeah, and a coveted player league-wide, Kevin, because he plays both ends. Excellent defender. He's got that length, good three-point shooter. And remember, the Timberwolves tried to sign him as a restricted free agent a couple of years ago, but the Blazers matched that 4-year, $46 million offer.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Robin Lopez has always been just a little bit different. He feels at home in Portland, where the city slogan says, "Keep Portland weird." Coach Stott said there aren't too many towns that have that slogan. Portland's a perfect fit for him and vice versa. Lopez definitely marches to the beat of his own drum, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Lopez always a bit of an eccentric, but the Blazers love his impact on the court. Now here's Collison. Thompson passes to Ellington. The screen from Thompson. In the corner, it's McLemore. Another three for Sacramento.
You know, Batum is viewed as a potential defensive stopper. Has not quite reached that level yet, struggling against stronger three men, but his length and mobility do make him a factor.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And for Batum defensively, a good shot blocker. Not as many steals as you might expect, but between his rebounding and his efficient scoring, he's a quality player.
Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. Pass to Blake. He dishes it to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Blake.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Sacramento's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Thompson against Aldridge. From deep, McLemore. No luck. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Out to the right wing. Here's Blake. It's rebounded by McLemore.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Ellington kicks to Collison. Lopez with the steal. Portland leading. Lillard outside. And it's Lopez at the elbow. He kicks it to Blake. Aldridge a screen. Shot clock at 6. Blake dishes to Aldridge. Drains it from 17 feet out. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
He is really having a good quarter, a strong quarter, an efficient quarter, doing a lot of positive things out there.
The drive by Collison. Left side Collison. Lets a floater go, and it's good. Collison's got his second basket of the night. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. Stolen by Collison. Here's McLemore. Shot is blocked. Blake with it. Outside, Batum. Here's Aldridge. No good. Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Now Ellington. The pass to Collison. Thompson sets the pick for Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's McLemore outside. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 11. Lopez kicks to Blake. Batum attacking. Off on the layup.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. Some changes for Sacramento. Derek Williams, he checked in for Cousins. Gay comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Stauskas subbed in for McLemore. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kaman has checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Steve Blake. Now, here is Robinson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Robinson sets a screen for Matthews. Williams with the block. Now here's Collison. 5 points in the game. Out to Thompson. Here's Stauskas, guarded by Wright. The drive by Collison. Thompson dishes to Gay. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gay's got the lead up to 1 now for the Kings.
The Blazers really were elite offensively. Shot it well, passed it well, took care of it, but defense is where they've got to show continued improvement. Last season, Terry Stotts overhauled their defensive principles, but they were still in the bottom third of the league when it came to getting stops.
The Kings have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. That's tipped. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
See the stat sheet here on Rudy Gay. Very nice season for him last year. He averaged 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
Here's Matthews. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
The drive by Collison, and he gets it to go. Collison's got 7 points. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gay left side.
Portland foul call. Versus Hayden. That's his first personal foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And you know, last game, guys, he shot very well from the stripe. Made a nice contribution there.
Yeah, he sure did. Turned in a really nice performance.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Gay hits them both.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Lillard with a screen for Matthews. Feeds to Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. Clark and Steve, 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
You know, both teams showing a lot of resilience, I think. Coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen a game with so many lead changes this early on.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Kings ahead, up 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Damien, a great first half for you. Plenty of intensity out there. For someone as friendly and charismatic off the court as you are, what gives you the ability to bring such intensity and competitiveness to your game the moment you step between the lines each night?
I think it's just the Oakland in me, really. I'm sure a lot of people know about the past, the Oakland point guards with Gary Payton, Brian Shaw, and Jason Kidd. And once you get on the court, it's time to compete. Off the court, I was raised to be a good person, not a character person, but on the court, between those lines, everything is out the window. It's time to win.
Damien, thank you. Guys, anytime the glove comes up in conversation, we're happy about it.
All right, Doris, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Kings leading. Up front it's Thompson and Cousins. Collison is out there with Ben McLemore. And it's Gay in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Thompson. And here is Cousins. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. 5th on the list, DeMarcus Cousins.
How about the season he had in the paint? Just rebounding numbers were mind-boggling.
McLemore, the pass to Collison. 4 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. The shot no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
You know, there were some question marks heading into last season about how long Aldridge would be with the team. I mean, a report was circulating that he wanted to leave, but he denied it, and good for Portland that it was just a rumor mill at work.
Now here's Cousins, following the miss by Wesley Matthews. The drive by Cousins from 10 feet out, and the jumper falls for him. Cousins has got the first basket of the third quarter for Sacramento. Trailblazers trail by 3. Yeah, last season definitely, guys, had some drama with Aldridge and his future. But as the season rolled on and the Blazers played so well, winning a first-round series over Houston, making it to the second round, certainly one of the big surprises in the league, but all that other talk kind of went away.
Well, that's what winning does, Kevin. I mean, it just kind of cures everything. A lot of drama early in the season, speculation about whether Aldridge would resign or not. But, you know, with the success of the season and that good young core, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to keep everybody together.
The Kings really happy to stay in Sacramento, but looking forward to their new downtown home. A couple of these seasons off yet. As well as the fans have supported this team, cowbells and all, this arena is one of the oldest in the league.
Now here's Collison. He has 7, and he gets it to go. Collison's got 9 points.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Matthews into the lane, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Matthews has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. And the Kings ownership, give them credit. Even as they have begun construction on the new downtown arena, they've invested here in the meantime.
Yeah, new lounges, Wi-Fi. They're making the investment in the fan experience, which I think is important. Really trying to provide the best experience possible for their faithful.
Here's Lillard after Rudy Gay's bucket. And Lillard kicks to Batum. Outside Matthews. Aldridge a screen. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Timeout called by the Kings.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He told them they should be dedicating themselves to hitting the offensive glass with everything they've got from now on, even if that means it takes them away from defensive transition. The second thing he talked about was working hard to get their shooters open. He wants them looking for those gaps on the perimeter and letting it fly whenever they find them. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. It's been quite a game for Rudy Gay.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Let's see some of the numbers here on DeMarcus Cousins. What a year he had last season. He put up about 22 points per game last season, 11 rebounds and 3 assists, and he paced the whole team in points per game last year.
Yeah, Steve, and this team knows he's their #1 option on offense.
Portland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside Matthews. Lillard dishes to Matthews. Back to Lillard. And there's the foul, and it's on Jason Thompson. Lillard against Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Matthews into the lane. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a season for Robin Lopez a year ago. Career highs in blocked shots and rebounds, especially on the offensive boards where he tied for second in the NBA.
And Robin Lopez doesn't put up gaudy numbers defensive rebound, but he's very good at boxing out.
Yeah, stats don't always tell the complete story. I think stats sometimes are a shadow of what's going on for real. The numbers are something we look at, but some of the little things that don't show up in the stat sheet help the numbers be what they are.
He hits the second from the line.
The Portland Trailblazers last season acquiring Robin Lopez essentially for 2 second-round picks. Just a huge pickup for them as he solidified their starting lineup.
Now here's Collison. He's got 9. Gay passes to Cousins. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Trailblazers trail by 3.
And Robin Lopez taking to the quirky vibe in Portland of big comic books fan. He's written a pilot for a TV show. He loves to draw. So he's got an artistic bent. And that's fit in great in a town that embraces the creative and the unusual.
Lillard with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Lillard misses. Sacramento leading by 3. Here's Collison to the right side. The drive by Cousins. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal.
And Robin Lopez, a player who knows his role. Interior defense, Steve, rebounding, hustle points.
Well, perfect fit next to LaMarcus Aldridge. Selfless, team-first guy. Does a lot of the boxing out and the screen setting. And had an excellent season for Portland.
The first free throw is good.
Excellent game we've seen from DeMarcus Cousins. He's got 16 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
Well, he showed off how intelligent he is defensively. He understands where the ball is, where players are, what's happening in front of them.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Well, Steve, without a doubt, the biggest surprise, especially early on last season, was the dominant play of the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, a team that had been projected to fight for a playoff spot was instead one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the West all season long.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 13. That's good. 12 points for Nicholas Batum.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Cousins with a screen on Lillard. Collison kicks to Cousins. Back to Collison. The tray. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And, one of the things I think that was key for the Blazers was they addressed their 2 biggest issues, depth and interior defense. Robin Lopez gave them that paint protection and rebounding, and they completely overhauled their bench. 6 of their 14 roster spots changed hands.
Here's Collison. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Here's Gay, and he drops it in from the low post. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now. And the bench for Portland bringing in both veterans and younger talent. Thomas Robinson, C.J. McCollum can grow with this team. You got to give this Blazers front office a lot of credit.
Now here's Matthews. 14 points for him. Just 5 to shoot, and he dunks it down.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
The Kings have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third, a 75% clip. Gay sets the pick for Collison. The drive by Gay. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Gay's got 18 points.
What a finish with that hoop.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Outside Matthews. Lopez, a screen on Collison. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Matthews. Back to Lillard. No one near him. And again, it's Portland converting.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Collison. 9 points in the game so far. Cousins with a screen on Batum. Collison against Lillard. The drive by Collison. Back to Cousins. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 3 assists tonight. Trailblazers trail by 3. Outside Aldridge. Lillard against Collison. Lopez dishes to Aldridge. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And we get a peek back now at last season for DeMarcus Cousins, how he ranked. 5th in rebounding. He was 9th in scoring. And he was also among the league leaders in steals, finishing in the top 20 in that category.
And Steve, you look at his top 5 standing and rebounding. I mean, it underscores just how valuable he was to their team in the low post. I mean, he gave them a real presence down there.
First free throw is good.
You can look at a number of areas where the Blazers improved last season. Really an outstanding year all the way around, but one area they still had trouble with was their depth. That's an area they'll look to shore up going forward.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Carl Landry's checked in for Cousins. Williams comes in for Thompson. Stauskas is checked in for Ben McLemore. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Darren Collison. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. Steve, depth definitely something Portland didn't feel comfortable with last year. Last in the league in bench minutes played.
And by a wide margin. I mean, not surprisingly, also last in bench scoring. Hard to tell which caused the other, but certainly they didn't feel as comfortable as they could have, with heavy minutes from their reserves.
Lillard attacking. The dish to Matthews. Right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Lillard. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
That's been so critical, Clark, because whenever they have gotten the ball into the paint, it's resulted in points, it seems like.
Robinson's checked in for Portland. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Kings.
And their mid-range shooting continues to be accurate.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Portland, not the biggest market, but it's a one-team city, and these fans really support their Blazers. Coach Stott said, the fan support here is special. You can't appreciate it until you see it every night. Damian Lillard said, the fans stay behind us through good or bad. When they see us in public, it's always love.
They appreciate that support, Doris. Thanks. Now Lillard, following Rudy Gay's three-point attempt.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
Now here's Gay. 20 points for him. Landry, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Carl Landry parlayed a strong season with the Warriors in 2013 into a 4-year deal with the Sacramento Kings. He missed the first half of the season with a hip injury, but when healthy, he's instant offense.
And Landry, an efficient scorer throughout his career, has a knack for finding angles to finish inside over bigger defenders and has that terrific pump fake that he uses to create openings and work himself to the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And Landry, reliable at the free throw line, a good shooter overall with range out to about 20 feet.
And he's working to add that three-pointer to his game as well, Kevin. Those corner threes, the shortest ones you can take, I think that would add to his arsenal tremendously.
Sacramento making a switch here. Ellington's checked in. And both free throws good for Landry. There was a time when the Kings were one of the powerhouses out of the West, but they've been stuck at the bottom for almost a decade now.
Well, in the Western Conference, Kevin, it's hard to get out of the doldrums. The Kings just haven't quite been able to match up with the top teams out that way.
And Sacramento has possession. After Terrell Wright's miss, Williams a screen on Kane. Landry with the screen. Here's Stauskas. Gets the three-point of the fall. Stauskas has got 6 points.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to fight over the top of that.
Seemingly, though, the Kings did find some pieces to build around this last season, even as they ended third to last in the conference. Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
And the Kings check on 2 more.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
40 seconds left to play in the third.
You know, for the Kings, finding out what you have really is the first step in turning around your fortunes, being able to look at what you've got and what you need to add. And the Kings definitely have some players to build around, but as with any team that's rebuilding, it's going to take a lot of work to get back to being a factor in the powerful Western Conference.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Williams.
Substitution for the Kings. DeMarcus Cousins.
Here's McCallum. Pass to Stauskas. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Robinson. Kicks to Lillard. Can they get it? Plays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Stauskas. Off with the layup. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Kings lead by 3. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports.
Next Tuesday, November 4th, Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets go up against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. The East against the West. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Trailblazers trail by 3. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson, and it's Kaman in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Matthews. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Matthews. Elbow shot is on the way, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Sacramento leading by 3 to the right side. Here's Stauskas. Cousins tipped back in for 2. Cousins has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Kings.
Sometimes offensive rebounds are lucky, but he anticipates and gets to the right spot before the shot goes up.
Robinson with it. He's picked up by Landry. Lillard attacking. This is to Kaman. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Now here's Cousins. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Lillard with it. Now Matthews. Back to Lillard. Outside Matthews. And stolen by Ellington. Stauskas, the pass to Ellington. Now here's Matthews. Pass to Lillard. Back to Matthews to tie it up. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 6th assist on the night.
He's really looking to stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have. Still letting it fly from long range. I love the aggressiveness.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, Wes Matthews started off last season on fire. Over 50% from long range over the first quarter of the season. As time went on, he cooled off a bit, but as a whole, just an excellent year for Matthews. Probably the best of his career.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Thompson, he's checked in for Landry. Gay comes in for Wayne Ellington. McLemore's checked in for Stauskas. And it's Collison in for McCallum. Portland also making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Kaman. And Aldridge is subbed in for Robinson. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And Matthews, a reliable three-point shooter throughout his career, able to hit spotting up or on the move. Prefers that left wing, but can really spray you from anywhere.
Lays it up and banks it in. Collison's got it all tied up now for the Kings.
Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Lillard outside. Wesley Matthews on the wing. And it's Matthews again missing. Kings have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Gay kicks to Collison. From deep, McLemore. Great D that time from Batum. And Steve, Wesley Matthews selective with when he'll look to attack off the dribble.
Yeah, he keeps his turnovers low, but he's a gym rat. Working on his ability to drive inside and finish, but really wants to shoot threes. That's what his focus is.
Collison dishes to Cousins. Collison the pass to Gay. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Lopez with the steal. Outside, Batum. Lillard outside. He feeds it to Aldridge. The turnaround jumper, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 7th assist in the game. The Kings trail by 4. Left side, Collison. The feed to Cousins. No good. Good D by Lopez.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And here is Cousins following the three from Wesley Matthews. On deep, McLemore. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Aldridge has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Here's Thompson. Sacramento again missing.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Now, here's Lillard. Here's the three. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Cousins with a screen for Collison. Cousins against Matthews. Left side Collison. Shot clock at 6. And Cousins kicks to Collison. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Trailblazers leading by 10. Aldridge with a screen on Collison. Lillard dishes to Batum. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No slowing him down. Just some incredible numbers for Batum. He's got 14 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Portland?
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Kings trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here are the Blazers. Huge run right now for them, going 19-2. On the wing, Batum. Good, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And for Sacramento, their shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. Collison kicks to Cousins. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Sacramento ball. 12 seconds on the shot. 12.
Pass to Collison. Launches a 3. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
You've got to look to move the ball inside more, I think. The 3 isn't there like it was in the first half, so you got to be able to show some balance in your offense. If the 3's not there, take what the defense gives you.
Matthews sets a screen for Lopez. And the basket by Lillard.
Now they've gotten something out of just about every possession, and their defense has been just as good. Masterful performance across the board.
And don't forget, on the road, too.
Now here's Collison. Here's Cousins. A beautiful reverse layup. Cousins has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, he's been the key cog in their offense with the way he shot the ball.
His percentage today, beyond impressive. Certainly not his fault the score is what it is.
Collison against Lillard. He dishes it to Aldridge. And yep, a couple bounces and it falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
And Sacramento has possession. Cousins with a screen on Lillard. Collison the pass to Cousins. Gay, that's a 2-pointer, and he drops that one in. Gay's got 22. Portland leading by 14. And here's Matthews. Lillard dishes to Aldridge. Fires from the corner. And that one goes long.
Still a close game here, though. That's surprising considering they're rarely Oh, my goodness.
What a huge play.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
Now here is Aldridge. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Jason Thompson.
Sacramento needs to do a better job guarding against Aldridge.
He's got 10 rebounds, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Aldridge. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Screen by Cousins. Collison kicks to Gay. Another miss by Gay.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Lillard the pass to Lopez. And that one's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for Portland.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win will give them a nice boost down the road when they face this club again in the second and third games of the season series.
Yeah, predictably, the stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Damian Lillard. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Lillard against Collison. He kicks it to McLemore. Connects from three-point range.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Lillard. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Aldridge with it. Picked up by Thompson. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Matthews. Back to Lopez. Stolen by Gay. Now Gay pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
Yes, a message and put it on the highlight reel for later.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, LaMarcus, we saw you take the hit and play aggressively in getting to the line. Is that something that just sort of happened the way this one played out, or is that more of a focus a coach wants to see from you?
Yeah, I think, I've definitely worked on it. I think I'm definitely, I'm more confident in it now, so, I'll do it more.
Playing physically in the post, always important. LaMarcus, thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian